Welcome to another edition of Paging Dr. Moon. Last time we did relationship questions, but I got a lot of comments that you guys just want to ask questions in general. So this time we are doing Ask Me Anything. Well, can't really be a swim instructor, seeing as how I can't swim. I also can't really be a chef, seeing as how I can't cook. Yes, I like spicy food. Random. Oh my gosh, I have so much advice for people who are starting med school. We should do a whole nother episode of Paging Dr. Moon about advice for medical school. But I will say this, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself as such, and really surround yourself with good people that can help you when you're down and help encourage you along the way, because it's tough. I don't know. Somebody call Bravo or Lifetime Channel or whatever. I can be one of those girls that holds the briefcase on Deal or No Deal. You know, in whatever capacity you would like for me to be back on your television, I am available for hire. The workout game has not been strong lately, but that is all going to change because we are redecorating my gym, which for the last year has been a storage room, and we're actually going to start working out in there. I'm gonna get a treadmill in there. We have a Peloton. I'm looking forward to this machine called a reformer for Pilates that has a screen attached to it. That is coming out. It's from a company in London. That's coming out in, I think, second quarter 2022. So workout game is going to be strong in a month or so. Yes, we still donate some of the aromasthesia candle profits to charity. I actually just made a donation to the family place. We do it about every quarter or so. So yes, every purchase that you make off of my website does contribute to charity. You know, I get asked this question so much about when I'm going to have my own spinoff or be on Bravo, and honestly, I just don't know if I'm ready for that right now. I have a lot going on in my life, which might make for interesting television, but at the same time, you guys have to realize that shooting for a TV show and doing the interviews, which we call confessionals, takes a lot of time, and I just don't know if I have the capacity to do that right now, but thank you for asking that. Bun Bun's in the office. Hi, Bun Bun. Hi, fat baby. Hi. Hello. This is Mochi Bun Bun Moon. He is a rescue rabbit from Oklahoma. So what happened was I took my kids camping in Oklahoma, and there's this like rescue shelter petting zoo. And apparently Bun Bun's mom was pregnant and like got run over or something, I don't know. So then they had all these baby rabbits and they were bottle feeding them because, you know, the mom was dead. So of course my kids are like petting this baby rabbit, which was like much smaller than he is now. And they were like, "Mommy, please, can we keep him, please?" And this was during quarantine, and they didn't go to school, and they didn't have play dates, and I just felt so bad. So this is our quarantine bunny, Mochi Moon. They named him after their favorite dessert, which is, you know, Japanese mochi. And I took him to the vet, and she said, "Do you know your rabbit is blind?" And I was like, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, he has congenital cataracts in both eyes, and he's like basically legally blind. Like he can see like when it's light or when it's dark or when there's like movement across his, you know, vision, but like he's not gonna read anytime soon." And I was like, oh, it's a good thing that we adopted him and that he lives in a house, in a cage, and is fed every day, because if he had been born in the wild, in the forest, he would not have made it, being a blind bunny. Right, Mochi? You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Yes, my husband is Daniel Moon, and his father, David Moon, started Sam Moon in 1984, which was a very good year because that's also the year that I was born. So yes, my husband's family owns Sam Moon. For those of you who do not know what it is, it's basically like Claire's on crack. It's like, I don't know, 10,000 square feet of women's accessories and jewelry. It's like tchotchkes, trinkets, sunglasses, like slippers, luggage, like earrings. It's everything that you don't actually need in your life, but it's so cheap that you buy it anyway. Wait, take two. Sam Moon is a store of finely curated women's handbags and accessories that my husband's family owns, and they pride themselves on bringing value to the client by being more affordable and reasonably priced. No one's gonna believe that I just said any of that. I have so many things on my bucket list. I think maybe I could learn to cook one day. I would like to take my children to the Galapagos Islands and teach them about Charles Darwin and all of his findings and his diary and see all the beautiful animals there. I don't know, I want to do so many things. I want to start like my own charity foundation. I want to finish the children's book that I've been writing for the last 2 years. Actually, it's written, I just don't have illustrations. So we're gonna try to make Tuppy the Turtle happen and get that up for sale. And I wanna write a book too about myself. That sounds so narcissistic. To teach people about all the things that I've been through and all the life lessons that I learned. I would say my biggest hardship in life is probably just that I was separated from my parents at such a young age. I felt like I didn't know them. And when I met them again when I was 6 years old, we still weren't close because they were working full-time jobs and going to school. And I always felt like there was a rift between my parents and I, especially my mother and I. We just never had that special mother-daughter relationship that I wanted, but we're trying to, work towards fixing that now. No, I do not speak Korean. My husband is Korean. I am Chinese. I speak Mandarin, and my husband speaks Korean, and therefore our kids speak English. Oh my gosh, my work-life balance is so much better now because I don't work in the hospital every single day of the week and take overnight call. So it's so much better. I can't imagine going back to being full-time because I love this schedule so much. It allows me to spend more time with my children and concentrate on my businesses. And yeah, it's so much better. Yes, that is actually a really good question. So when we did Three Moons wine, everything had to be the best, and we went out to Napa, and I really wanted to do a sparkling wine. You can't call it champagne unless it comes from Champagne, France, and I wasn't about to go to Champagne, France. So we wanted to do a sparkling, and I wanted it to be a rosé, but we just could not get it right. It didn't taste right. It was too sweet, and we tried for years and years and couldn't get it right. But just this last year, we actually made a rosé champagne that's perfect, that's gonna be bottled soon. So I will be debuting that in the next few months. What's a movie? Whenever people ask me about movie references and they're like, didn't you see that movie? Like where they say this and that, and I'm like, I don't watch, I just fall asleep. I do not talk to anyone from season 5 of Real Housewives of Dallas except for Deandra and Mama D, who is technically not a housewife, but she might as well be. So it was no different. I talk to the same people now that I talked to before I filmed the show. I would definitely consider being on another reality television show, but it would have to be with the right cast. When I joined this show, I didn't really realize that who your coworkers are, in a sense, matters so much to your experience. So I would, definitely vet them out a little bit better. If I could join another Real Housewives franchise, it would definitely be Beverly Hills because, I love Beverly Hills. I love Rodeo Drive. My friend Crystal is on that show. The fashion on that franchise is better, in my opinion, than on any of the other franchises. And I don't know, I could see myself living in California. Stay tuned for another video. I will be explaining which one is my current favorite aromasthesia candle. I mean, yes. Like, I don't know what people mean by really bad at math. I mean, yeah, whatever you mean by it, you can still be an anesthesiologist. That will not preclude you from being a good anesthesiologist. It's very simple math calculations. It's like 2 milligrams per kilogram of propofol. You're not gonna like overdose someone if you add, if you multiply it wrong. Well, you might, but hopefully you won't do that because you'll be carefully trained. But you're not gonna be figuring out like the cosine of the angle of the hypotenuse of the triangle. So it's gonna be okay. That is also in another video, which I'm gonna link for you guys here, but in short, you have to have a high school degree, a college degree, and you have to go to medical school for 4 years, and then after that, you do a 3 to 7 year residency before you can become board certified in a specialty. So basically, it's like 12 years of school after high school. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I mean, I had like a 3.8 GPA, and my MCAT, it's different now. They changed the scale, but I think I had a 35, if that sounds right. I don't know. Yes, actually, I did not plant that comment, and I go to Scottsdale every September. So September is Scottsdale. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Paging Dr. Moon. I hope you guys enjoyed me answering some of your questions and meeting Mochi Bun Bun Moon. If you guys have more questions, you can drop them in the comments below and let me know what other kind of content you'd like to see on this channel. Please like this video and subscribe for more videos. Bye.